In this video, you will learn that how we can import data from SQL Server. So for this, you need to open your Visual Studio 2019 that we had installed in the last video. And when you will open Visual Studio 2019, you will see this kind of interface. And you have to click here, create new project. And you can search, for example, tabular. And here you have to select Analysis Services Tabular Project. Just double click. We have to write the name of the project. It will be tabular tutorial, right? This is the name of the project, tabular tutorial, and here you need to select the location, and this is the solution name, the same name as we have the project name. And if you want this solution file and the project in the same directory, you can click here, and this is the framework. Normally you don't need to choose anything here from the framework. You can see different versions of framework, but we will continue with the default, right? And here you have to click create, and now you can see here the new window will appear here, the tabular model designer, and here select an analysis service instance to use while authoring projects. So we have two options. One is the integrated workspace and the other is workspace server. But for this course, we will select the integrated workspace. And then you have to just click OK. And here you will see this interface. This is the Visual Studio interface for the tabular model, right? And under Tabular Model Explorer, you can see here we have this is the name of the project, tabular tutorial, the data sources, KPIs, measure, perspective. So we will cover one by one. So before starting the tabular model development, the first step is we need to connect to the data source, that from which data source we need data, right? So if we click here, if we right click the data sources, import from data source, and here you can see we are getting different data sources. This is the table import wizard and connect to our data source, right? So here you can see the first is relational databases, and it contains different types of relational databases like Microsoft SQL Server, Azure SQL Data Warehouse, and Microsoft Analytics Platform, right? Oracle, Teradata. And then we have the multidimensional sources. If you have the analysis service that belong to the multi-dimensional mode, then you can directly import that data. And then we have a data feed. Under text files, we have Excel files and text files. But for this course, we are interested in to connect to the Microsoft SQL Server. You just need to select this, and then you have to click next. And here you can see this is the name of the here you have to choose the friendly connection name. This is SQL Server. You can change, you can write any name here. Here we have to write the server name. So for this we need to open SQL Server Management Studio so that we should know that what is the name of the server. So here you can see the SQL Server Management Studio, and this is the name of the server, right? We just need to copy and we need to paste it here. We have to select here use Windows authentication. The database name you can choose here. It's AdventureWorks DW 2016. Test connection, click here and see the test connection succeeded. So everything is fine. So this is the table import wizard, right? And then we have to click next. Under this dialog box, we need to select service account, right? And then we have to click next. So in this table import wizard, we have to choose how to import the data. So how we have to import data? We have two options. Select from a list of tables and views to choose the data to import. So we will do one by one so that you should know that what is the difference between these two. So first of all, select the first one and then click next. And here you can see we are able to see all the available tables in the SQL Server, right? And for example, we are interested here, you have to choose dim customer, then date, and here you have to choose employee, geography, product category, subcategory, and then we have to choose one fact table, that is fact internet sales, right? So these are the things. And then we have here the friendly name. Under this column you can change this name, that because if we write here, if we remove dim, then in the client tool where we will consume this data model, this name will be appear there, right? And same for the, instead of dim date we will just write date, right? So, and the other we will change time to time. So we will first deploy this model to the analysis server, and then we will connect to the Power BI desktop, and then we will perform some changes here and then check these changes in the Power BI desktop, so you can better understand what we are doing here and what is the effect, right? And with this option, select related table. If you click this table, then all the connected table will automatically select it, because the tabular model will detect all the tables automatically and then connect with the relevant primary and foreign keys. And with this option, preview and filter, if you click preview and filter, and for this you first need to select any table. For example, if we select the dim product, and then you have to click preview and filter. It's just like the Power Query. If you click here and then under text filter, you can apply different conditions here, right? So we will cover this topic later. First of all, because the focus of today's video is how to import data. And then we have to click, once you have selected all your tables, you can click finish, and here you can see the data is being fetched from the SQL Server and load into the model. Just click close, and here you can see these are the different tables here, like customer, date, dim employee, and dim product, right? All these things. If you want to add more tables in the model, you have to click here under Tabular Model Explorer. Here you can see data sources, right? You just need to click here, and then we have to choose existing connection. This is the existing connection that we had already. Just open it, then you can see the same option. Click next, and here, for example, if we want to add dim promotion, this table, then select and finish and click close, and here you can see the dim promotion, right? And in the same way, for example, if we try to add one more table here, on the data source, click and use the existing connections, and here you have to click open. If you click edit here, you can see this is the connection, right? The name of the data source. Let me zoom it. So here you can see this is the name of the data source, and then here this is the name of the database, and that's all. And here you can rename the friendly name for the connection. So you can just remove this part and then click save. You need to select this connection string here and then click open. And this time, instead of selecting from the list of the tables, we will select the write a query, right? And then we will click next, and here we have to write the SQL statement. So in the next video, we will write one SQL query to import data from the SQL Server to the data model.